Okay, this is where we left off last time, and we are now ready to finish this up. And this is actually the fun part of the project where you get to actually reveal your cyborg. So you're going to go to your top layer and turn it on. And you're going to add a layer mask. Okay, so if you go to the bottom of your layers panel, this is add a new layer mask icon. Click on that. And so you'll notice I have a layer mask now with my top layer, but it's all white, which means it's allowing everything to show through at this point. So what I want to do is I want to block everything. So I'm going to make sure I'm on black with my foreground color. Go to my paint bucket tool. This is bundled with the gradient tool if yours is not showing. Come out to the middle of the image and just dump. So I just dumped black on that layer, and that is hiding that entire image. Now I want to use white to reveal whatever it is I want to reveal on this. You're going to go to your paintbrush, and we are going to go to a soft brush this time. So go to a soft brush. It should be 0% hardness. And you want your opacity and flow at 100% at this point. Okay, and then you're going to again use your bracket keys to toggle either bigger or smaller and just start painting through whatever you want to paint through. Now you cannot make a mistake on this because it's a layer mask. So if I paint something, if I reveal something and then I decide I want to hide it, I just switch to black and I hide it. So it was my eyes that I lined up, that I tried to line up. So I'm just going to start by painting those through. Okay, and those look pretty good. And I can switch to black if I'm showing too much and I want to hide a little bit, I can do that. All right, so mine's pretty simple because I just used the eyes, and I thought that this part was lined up, but I wasn't really sure. So let's see what happens if I reveal some of the mouth. I may like it or I may not, and I can have the option of showing it or not showing it. That actually isn't too bad right there. So that's showing up. That's working a little bit better than I thought. On the mouth anyway, let's try some of the chin and see what we get. Okay, so it's lined up better than I thought. It's not too bad. So let's say I want to reveal part of that, but not all of it. I'm going to switch back to black. And up here, we started out with our opacity and flow at 100%, but if I wanted to do some blending, I could lower these. So I'm going to take these down to 50% or about 50%. These do not have to be exact numbers for this. And I'm going to start blending this back now. So you can see this is giving me a nice blend of me and the android below. Okay, so part of me is showing through, but not all of me. So maybe I would leave it something like that, and that doesn't look too bad. Now the other thing you may want to do is you may want to enhance some of the colors. So like for the eye color, if I zoom in, it's not too bad, but let's say you really lost some eye color in here and you wanted to enhance that. You guys know how to do that because you did that when you were practicing Photoshop with Module 1, and I taught you how to give that cat some red eyes. So let's say you wanted to do something similar to that. So let's say I wanted, I don't know, some crazy blue colored eyes like that. I could try doing this. So remember, you do have to add another layer though, because you want to change your blending mode on this. And so let's say I just painted some blue in here. And then change my blending mode. I would try multiply. Doesn't really do much there. How about overlay? A little bit more with overlay. So this is really subtle, and this is a completely optional step. It's totally up to you if you wanted to do something like that. All right, so I'm going to zoom out. And then our final step, let me just name this layer real quick. So we'll just call that eye color. Okay, and then our final step is to add a background to this. So you're going to go to your Android copy right there and add a layer. So the layer is just below your Android, or it's just below your subject layer. Okay, so add a layer just below the subject layer and call this landscape. Now you can go online and find any kind of landscape that you want. The destroyed city that I used in my Terminator here, I have available for you. It's in your Cyborg images through your module. But you could go online and find any kind of a futuristic cityscape, whatever you want really. It can be anything you want. So I'm going to do that real quick. Remember to search large images. Remember to hit View Image. Command A, Command C, Command V. Okay, so you can see that that is going behind my Cyborg, but I do need to get it to fit. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit and transform this. Command T, holding Shift and pulling from the corners only. And here's another little trick. If you want to keep this thing centered, you hold Option. So I'm going to do that, and you can see that it pulls out from the center when I do that. So I'm going to pull it out quite a ways, and then I can move this back and forth to kind of see where it looks good, where I want to keep it, and then accept. Okay, that is all that is required for this project. You're going to File, Save, and you're going to submit this in through My Connect. Now there will be one other video that's going to be an optional video that you can do, and this is entirely up to you. And that is, if I go to my Terminator, you'll notice that I have an effect on my top layer. If I turn that off, you can see the difference. So it just adds a red glow there on my Terminator. So you can try that if you want. Watch the video. It's completely optional. It's not required, and you do not get extra points for it. It's just something that if you like the way that looks better, then you can do that. For something like this, I don't know if a glow would look good, but I could try it. For extra credit for this project, please refer to your module.